What's good, YouTube? As you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to go over how I painted my AK. You can see in the video I started by taping up a couple areas I thought needed it, like the front of the barrel, the numbers on the rear sight, and I taped the trigger up also. I also taped up the safety notch that holds the bolt back and the mag well. Some people like to tape the gas tube, but I just didn't really see the need to do that. I ended up using a tiger stripe stencil I got from Primary Arms, but that doesn't come into play until later on. So the first thing I did was start with a coat of desert tan, and I tried to do light coats of the paint at first, but I still ended up going a little overboard. It doesn't really matter in my opinion, you just want to make sure to get all the nooks and crannies so it's completely covered. Another thing I'll say is try to do this in a dry and warm environment, because I started in the cold and it's just no good. The paint was like drying weird and stuff. So after I was done with the first side, as you can see, I just flipped it over and decided to give the other side a nice little coat of the desert tan. I was kind of in a rush here because it was so cold, and yeah, that's another reason why you shouldn't do it in the cold. And after I finished the first initial coat of tan, I kind of just forgot about the AK for 3 days or something. So that's why I'm in a completely different outfit, and it's actually nice outside when I started the stencil. But all I'm doing here is placing the stencil on the rifle and then spraying it with a flat black paint. I'm not gonna lie, I actually struggled to get the stencil to lay perfect on the gun, but I just ended up continuing anyways, because I mean, it's camo at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I just continued to pattern alongside the rest of the gun. After I finished the first black pattern, I followed up by doing the exact same thing in the empty spots, but with a nice olive drab green. I was going to add an earthy brown color, but just decided to skip it entirely. I also just want to add that you should wear gloves while doing this. I did not do that, and it was horrible trying to get off. Here's a look at the first side of the rifle completed. I know it's not perfect, but end of the day, it's camo, and it's gonna end up getting beat up anyways, so you'll probably have to repaint this later on anyways. After you're finished with the first side though, just flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. But I just want to say, if you're painting over a grass area or something, be careful and do not drop the stencil in the grass. I did that here, and yeah, it was hell taking all those little pieces out. And I know some people may be wondering what I have the piece of paper for. It's just to stop from, splashing of the paint and making it look like an instant cutoff. I had it happen to me like a little bit here somewhere. I don't know where. It didn't look that bad, so I ended up leaving it. Now that I had both sides of the rifle completely finished, I literally just let it dry for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something. Here's the second side completed. Looks pretty good. It's not perfect. There's more green than black on this side, but I mean, like I said before, it's camo. End of the day, it's doing its job. And coming up here, I have a small clip of me shooting like 15 minutes after. This is the full complete paint job up against a tree after I was done shooting. It looks pretty good, you know. I mean, it does its job. It's a nice little camo. One thing I do want to add though, if you have the mag pull, I think it's the I don't know which one. I think it's like the AK plus pistol grip or something. The paint did not want to like dry on it for like 6 days after, so I just ended up taking the paint off completely. But yeah, that's about it, and see you next time.